local weather authority forecast.
Another morning of mostly clear skies across the basin. A live look at the tall city. Nothing but blue skies above me, indicating, again, very dry conditions. A little bit of haze along the horizon, but certainly not seeing any rainfall behind me, thanks to a high pressure system really suppressing cloud development. Temperatures in the upper 70s and lower 80s, slightly above normal high temperatures, with, again, rain-free conditions likely. The latest update within the drought monitor does show worsening drought conditions in the northern basin. These darker reds indicate extreme to exceptional drought, the worst forms of drought. So we need the rainfall, and it's not just here in the basin. It also includes Oklahoma, extending down toward the Dallas-Fort Worth area, and even near Austin. They need the rainfall, and likely we're not going to be seeing any rainfall anytime soon. And speaking of the rainfall, speaking of the stormy weather that we have been seeing on the other side of the country in Florida, thanks to Hurricane Ian, a strong Category 4 storm that made landfall yesterday just off to the west of Fort Myers, thanks to my friend Doug Manley, who sent this, again, very stormy photo of windswept rain moving on through. Storm surge, lightning, even small hail, tornadoes, and yeah, a lot of rainfall was the big story with Ian, and it's still causing trouble in parts of the south and east. Satellite and radar does show that it's still moving off towards the north and east as a strong tropical storm. It's eventually going to curve its way back toward the Carolinas as maybe a weak hurricane, so that's something that I'm going to be tracking. The National Weather Service is going to be tracking for you guys. If you guys have friends out in Florida, make sure, again, they are still safe. Recovery efforts, again, are underway. But again, if you know people in Georgia, South Carolina, North Carolina, they now have to watch out for the storm. That storm now combining with a cold front. Again, it's going to move up coast. And behind me, in places like Texas and for the Permian Basin, skies are mostly clear. And that's going to be the big story, not just for today, but for the next several days as high pressure system moves on through. We're likely not to see any rainfall like we're seeing right now, let alone any clouds. Temperatures warming up in the mid to upper 80s, even pockets of lower 90s, upper 70s in the higher elevations. Any cloud development, very thin in nature, moving from west to east in the western half of our viewing area. Average high in the tall city is 84. I'm predicting 86 with very few clouds, breezy conditions, and those winds generally from the southwest, lighter this morning, but picking up right around 10 to 15 miles per hour later this afternoon. Again, temperatures in the upper 70s, lower 80s right now, mid to upper 80s and lower 90s this afternoon, especially in north central Texas. Warmer weather, but cooler colors, cooler weather in New Mexico, where they're likelier to be cloudier and stormier overnight. We're not going to be seeing any stormy weather. Mostly clear skies, low temperatures in the 50s and 60s, cool and dry conditions, and light winds allowing for radiational cooling. But warming up tomorrow, maybe even a little bit warmer, drier, and sunnier compared to today. 86 today in the tall city, 87 tomorrow. A nice breeze out there, so a nice day to enjoy the outdoors, not just for today, but also for tomorrow. That trend will continue into the first half of the weekend by becoming cloudier, cooler, and breezier later this weekend and into early next week.